Hi guys, and welcome to another Mezco action figure review. And today I'm going to be looking at both the Mezco regular Judge Dredd and the Mezco PX exclusives Judge Dredd, which is based on the Cursed Earth storyline. Anyway, here we have both of the boxes. They're pretty much exactly the same, so I'm just going to show you one of them. The only difference is mainly the back. So yeah, I'll just show you the PX one. As you can see here, you've just got Judge Dredd 112. A nice kind of like look at his helmet. Up here you've got the PX exclusives, which the other box does not have. 112 Collective, Judge Dredd. Here you've got the nice like kind of logo with the eagle and the American flag, which looks really cool. Mezco Toys, same deal there. On the bottom, you know, the same stuff we're used to, their Instagram and whatnot. Top, 112 Collective, and on the back, this is where it's different from the other one. You have the figure in a few poses. Here he is with his gun. There he is with his like assault rifle. There he is with his poncho. Nice kind of picture of him in the back. And down here you've got 2000 AD. His lawgiver pistol, his day stick, nightstick, whatever you want to call it. His knife, handcuffs, assault rifle again, some of the pointing fingers. And then down here we've got his grenades in the back, which looks pretty damn cool. And I'll just show you the back of the other box as well, since that's where the only differences are. This is the black version. Got a few pictures of him with a nice silhouette once again. Got Judge Dredd up there. His pose with his lawgiver. Here he is with his stick. Picture of the head, his knife, handcuffs, lawgiver, pointing finger, and his grenades. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this one because, yeah, once again, they're pretty much exactly the same. Yep, here you've just got Dredd with a nice like kind of embossed gold Judge Dredd there. I don't like how it's got a bunch of creases here, and I did pick this one up brand new, which is really irritating. But yeah, that's where all his accessories would be. And it says in here, warning, do not open or close the zipper by pulling on the chain, which he has a little chain just in case you don't know. And the only difference between this package and the other one is there's a little slot there for his assault rifle. But yeah, that's that. Putting his box to the side, I'll just move that over there. I'm going to show you the accessories that come with the PX exclusive, as they're pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, here we go. Let's start off with the hands. You get a open, like kind of grasping hand. Zoom in please. Normal thumbs. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, as you can see. Focusing on that please. There we go. You've got like nice knuckle detail there. You know, it's silver. Then here you've got like a nice oops. There you've got like a nice texture, I was gonna say. Yeah, it's got like a nice dirty black wash on it. There's nice sculpting on the fingers. On the palms, you've just got like, I don't know what you want to call that, like gripping stuff on the inside of gloves you see with some gloves. Yeah, it looks really cool. That's a left hand. Then here you get a pointing hand. Same stuff that you're used to, you know, nothing different. It's pretty much the exact same sculpt, or detail I should say. See, once again, got a lovely nice kind of wash going on with it. Here you've got like a pistol gripping hand for his right hand, as you can see there. It's nice. And a open palm, which is cool. The regular one comes with all these hands as well as two fists, which are on the action figure. So yeah. Moving to his weapons, you get his nightstick or billy club or day stick, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty plain, you know, it's got like a nice sheen to it and gets thicker along the top like an actual one would. Nice little silver bit there. Made out of pretty sturdy plastic. Doesn't feels a little bit brittle, but you know, it should be fine. Looks very nice. Here you have his lawgiver pistol, which is actually different from the regular one. So I'm going to do a quick comparison between those just now. Oops, his hand has come off with the gun. Bear with me. Okay, so here we have the regular one, just there. Zoom out a bit. Regular one, PX exclusives one. This is based off of the Cursed Earth, and if you actually read the comic book, which I have, It looks really nice, and it looks a lot like the one that's actually used in the comic book. But as you can see, it's got some nice like silver, whereas this one's mainly black. The handle's detailed nicely, and you know, you've got like finger slots there for the grip, room for the trigger, and yeah, it looks really nice with detail all over. The magazines are also different, I think. Yeah, the magazines are, differently made, and they're also removable. As you can see there, removing it, no detailing of any bullets on the top. If it zooms in, well not zooms in, sorry, focuses in. Come on, please. There you go, once again, ignore my thumb. So yeah, that's cool. Pretty much exactly the same though, minus a few little changes here and there. You get another magazine, which works with the gun, which is cool. Pair of handcuffs, which opens up like so, and if you desire, I suppose you could, let's just get Dredd. Boom. There you go. Arrested. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They're really nice because they've got like detailing of an eagle on them, which looks really nice. They're silver with a lovely black wash. They open like so, as you can see, so you could use them for any other figures if you want, although they are some really weird looking handcuffs, so they might not work. And they fold up in the middle, which is cool. You get a knife. As you can see there, looks really nice, same basic, silver with a lovely black wash. Really nice detailing on the handle. Yep, and you've got two grenades. Well, I'm not sure, one might be a smoke grenade, one might be a stun grenade or something. You've got like details of the pins there. Well, not pins, but you know, the things you'd squeeze. Nice black wash on them, they look very cool. And the assault rifle, which I really like. It's detailed very nicely, focusing on it. There you go, it looks really, really nice, as you can see there. It looks awesome with the handle. And yeah, that just looks really cool with the black wash all over it. Well, not all over it, but only in certain areas, so it looks cool. And when you take this magazine out, boom, you've got like shells. So I'm not sure if it's like a shotgun or something, but yeah, who cares? I'm not really that big on guns anyway, I don't know all that much. But yeah, clips in very nicely. That's cool. You get your display stand here, as you can see. This will come with both Dredd figures. Pretty nice gold, not transparent. And you've got your peg here, which can be taken out for the flight stand. Yep. Flight stand, same as ever. The bag, which I decided to put like some of the packaging bits that came with the figure inside the bag, you know, if you know I was on the use of it. And then here we have got the poncho, which is in the bag. I will show this a little bit later on in the review. But for now, let's just move on to the figures. Okay, so let's get PX Dredd and regular Dredd. Once I put his hand back on, it fell off just a second ago. Yeah, they're both very, very nice figures. And they all come with the same accessories. That's why I've decided that I'll be mainly showing you the PX one, you know, and I'll show you a few comparisons here and there. Okay, moving that to the side. PX Dredd. Let's have a look at his face, shall we? He looks badass. Sorry if you can hear my chair creaking. I'll be getting that fixed. Yeah, he looks awesome, as you can see there. You can just about make out his eyes. He has a lovely, like, kind of 5 o'clock shadow going on. He looks awesome. With the visor on his helmet and everything. And even his helmet has like a couple scuff marks here and there, which looks awesome. Yeah, that looks really cool. Here's the back with the nice like kind of red trim. This one also has some scuff marks here and there, as you can see. So that's cool. And yeah, moving on to his uniform. This is cool. I love the way they've done this. For their second like run of figures, the first was the Dark Knight figures, and this is awesome. Oops, his hand's just popped off. There we go. These are magnetic, so that is awesome. And they are very, very strong magnets. I wish the Captain America's magnets were as strong as this. They're very good. I wouldn't recommend you do that. I'd recommend you carefully place it, as you don't want to rip the fabric. But yeah, the badge is also held on with a magnet. So that is really cool with a metal chain, as you can see there. This is movable, but yep, you've just got like, yep, chest and whatnot. He's got some like kind of dirt on his neck as well, which I never noticed before. That looks awesome. Let me just try and move that out the way for now. Okay, there we go. Magnets are very strong, which is good. You don't have to worry when posing. Although if you're posing, you might say, I would personally say just to move the magnet around. I mean, just move it around. Take the pads off, posing, then put them on again. On his arms, we've got some lovely like elbow pads, as you can see there. Gold with like black filling it in. They've got a lovely texture to them. They're more gold in person. The camera, they look very yellow, but yeah, in person they look really good. On his arms, you've got these like kind of gauntlets with pouches and details of bolts. The hands come off too easy, with details of bolts and whatnot. And what I really like here is you've got the eagle on his arm, which looks awesome. Got more detail along here. Got some bolts. Here are the fisted hands, you can see. Same. Yeah, I'm not sure if these elbow pads are movable, but yeah, I'm not going to try anyway. And here's the shoulder pieces are really nice. They've got like the eagle here. And I don't think this is meant to represent exactly what Dredd looks like in like the case files or the Cursed Earth. Yeah, that's what it's called, the Cursed Earth. In that storyline, they're much more like over exaggerated eagles. But yeah, they've kind of toned them down, and I think they look nice like that. Same gauntlet here. The zip is, yeah, it's too big, I'll be honest. But it's not ridiculously big, so I can live with it. Like on the Ghostbusters figures that we've seen from Mezco, that also looks like the zip will have the same issue, but oh well. On the belt, oh, the zip is also gold, like a goldish kind of copper, whereas the other one is silver. On the belt, you've got the lovely eagle again. You can make out the wings here, the eagle head there. You've got the American flag there, looks really cool. You've got, let me just move his arms out a bit. You've got pouches there, which look really nice, got a nice black wash to them. Here is where you will insert his billy club. So I'll just do that for you now. To do that, you're going to take it upside down, plug it in on the bottom here, then just kind of push and boom. You might get a little paint rub. Have I got any? Nope. You might get a little green paint rub, but you can just typically just scratch it off with your finger. And then here you've got more pouches. Here is where his grenades will go, so I will do that now. Here's one. It's a bit hard to do on camera actually, bear with me, I'll use my right hand. I'd recommend you be very careful here, as it's a rubbery plastic, so although it has a little bit of give, just be careful, as it looks like there's a little stress mark just there. As you can see, it's a little bit white. So yeah, I've only removed these for the purpose of the review. After this, I'm never going to take them out again, so yeah. Very carefully put the second one in, and yeah, that looks nice. And then here is where the magazine will go. Only problem with this that I find is, let me just plug it in. Yeah, it's hard to get out. Like I put it in and I thought, okay, so how do I get it out? And then I realised if you look on the bottom, there's a little hole. So you can actually take his knife and just kind of push up a little bit. There you go. And out the magazine will come. So yeah, that's cool. And that's his belt. Moving on to his legs, it's a lovely like kind of metallic blue skin tight bodysuit, which looks amazing. I find really nice. And on the legs you have this like nice kind of mud splatter effect. You can make it out there, and on the shin pads, sorry, the knee pads. The regular one does not have it. And you've got some nice like kind of painted black lines in here. However, there are like little bolts in the corners there, which are painted silver on the regular, but they're just left plain on this. Oh well, not too much of an issue, I suppose. Looks really, really cool, as you can see there. Lovely splatter effect, which is all over the legs, the boots. So even on the back of these straps, it looks awesome. I'm really happy with that. And yeah, moving on to his boots. Oop. Judge down. I thought my stage fell then. I was gonna. Thank God. Here we have his boots. They have a lovely black wash with the dirt effect going on again. You've got bolts and stuff along here. Here is his pistol holster. As you can see, it just fits in like so. Yep. Falls out. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, that's the regular one. Where's his one? Oh, here's his regular one. His regular one, it's not the securest fit. As you can see, it's open on the back, but it's for display, isn't it? Here you can see where it straps on the holster, which looks really cool. Same deal here with another strap. You get your knife sheath. It slides in very nicely. And it's very cool. And on the bottom of the feet, you get the eagle. So there you've got a little Dredd tread. I'm sure in Kirsto, if he says something like "eat judge boot," something literally along those lines. It'd been funny if he said "eat Dredd tread." Pretty ridiculous story, but you know, it was quite funny. Talking about articulation, you've got ball jointed head with another joint at the bottom of the neck, so you get a pretty good range of movement. You know, you can look up a fair amount. As you can see there, you can look down a fair amount, so that's good. His arms can come out. This doesn't restrict it either. You can, as you can see. So you could just kind of pose him, then you could just pop it back on. But you don't necessarily need to, but it is easier. Get a swivel at the top there. Does he have butterfly joints? Yeah, he has butterfly joints, which is really, really cool. You've got double hinged elbows. Can't get that much out of it, just a little more than 90 degrees due to the elbow pads. You can swivel at the top of the glove, which is cool. You have a swivel in the wrist as well as a hinge, which is also very cool. I'm just going to move this to the side here. You've got very, very little diaphragm joints. You know, the diaphragm area isn't that good on this figure, I find. But it doesn't bother me. It might bother some. That's how far he can lean forward. That's how far he can lean back. He can lean to the side just a little bit, but he kind of falls back to the same position. He does have a swivel though, as you can see there. His legs can kick out about that far, come out. Oof, not very far at all. Let's see how far he can do the splits. Not all that far, as you can see. But yeah, you've got a swivel at the top there. Double hinged knees, which are only ever so slightly hindered by the knee pads, so that's good. You've got swivel at the top of the boot, and his feet hinge forward that much, and they come up that much on literally nothing. There's not even a very, very little ankle pivot, so yeah, that's kind of disappointing. But yeah, that's pretty much the Dredds. They're really similar as far as figures go. I prefer the PX one as it comes with a lot more, but as far as designs go, I prefer the black one, as you can see there. He hates standing, this black one does. It's a good thing I have him on the Lawmaster, if you've seen my Captain America review. This figure, I find the joints are a bit loose, you know, but mainly just this joint here and his leg joint here, as this joint is much better. Actually, no, they're pretty much equally as loose. But once again, he sits on the Lawmaster, so it's pretty good. I'm going to put the Poncho on the PX one now, just to give you a look at what it looks like. Whilst I'm doing that, the regular one I couldn't find brand new, or I could, but for a ridiculously inflamed price, so I decided to get this one off eBay, used for 55 with everything, all the accessories, so that was pretty cool. As in brand new, he was going for like 85, 90, and yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'll get this one, and I'm happy with my purchase. This guy I'm really happy with. I got him off Amazon for £49 something. My cheapest my cheapest Mezco figure, and by far my second favourite. Here we have his Poncho. As you can see, you've got some lovely like kind of mud splattered effects going on. He looks badass with this. There you got Dredd there. More of the effects on the back. But what's kind of weird is I don't remember him wearing it in the comic. Anyway, it opens up here with Velcro, and you just want to like kind of push it down over, and I'll zoom out a bit. Like so. You want to kind of make sure that you do the Velcro in such a way that his arms can move. So let me try and do my best. Yep. I don't know, maybe like a wireframe or something could have helped this Poncho. I hate the idea of wireframing fabrics personally, but maybe it would have helped. And yeah, you can like kind of push this down a bit and position him with a gun if you want, like that. I personally don't like it. I think it covers up all the awesomeness underneath. So what I do is I just fold this up and leave it in the bag that it came to me in. And also on a side note, this isn't like in the front of the package, this is near the back where you would find the flight stand and whatnot. So yeah, if you can't find it in your package, don't worry, it's there. Just look at the back tray where the flight stand is. So yeah, as a whole I'm extremely happy with these figures. The PX one I prefer as a figure once again, but as far as the design goes, I like the black one a lot more. They're very, very nice action figures. I'd highly recommend you pick them up, especially if you can find this guy, as he's very cheap on Amazon at £49.50. I'm really happy with my purchase. Yeah, I'll just put his... where's his right trigger hand? Oh, here he is. Just posing with his rifle, the way I have him on my shelf for you. Yep, really nice figures. I'm in love with this Mezco line. I remember when I first saw the Dark Knight Returns Batman, I just saw a review of it online and I was like, wow, that looks awesome. And I love the Dark Knight Returns, so yeah, it was pretty much a no-brainer for me that I needed to pick it up sometime down the line. And I do own it, just so you know. If you haven't seen my Captain America review, I do own it. So yeah. Dredd. Straighten out his belt a little bit. The belt kind of moves around quite a lot on these figures, but you know, it doesn't take much to just straighten them out. Yep, yeah, well, I'm just going to take these off. I'll just give you a demonstration of what I like to do, you know, when I'm trying to pose this guy around. I find that, oh, sorry about that, I ran out of space, so there was a quick cut. I was just saying I like to like kind of pull these off, position the gun, and then I like to put them behind it so it looks nice like that, so you can get a look at the whole assault rifle. And yeah, I just pose him like this on the shelf, so he looks really cool. And the badge is also visible. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about these two figures. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'd highly recommend you pick them up. And now I'll give you my final thoughts on them, as well as a comparison with all my other Mezco figures and the Lawmaster for this lucky guy. So yeah, stick around guys. Okay guys, and as you can see, here we have the two judges. I've got my PX one just on the side there with his rifle. Zoom in a little bit on him. He looks pretty cool, he's on the display base. And here we have the regular black one, which is on the Lawmaster, also from Mezco. I'll be doing a review on that shortly also. It's very, very cool. As you can see, I've got it lit up. A little preview there, I guess. Here we have the Mezco Direct Batman, the regular black and grey Batman, PX exclusive light blue, Mutant Leader from the Dark Knight Returns, and Captain America. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see, just a pretty small size comparison there. What's funny is similar to the Dark Knight Returns Batman set, you can get a light blue PX exclusive Judge Dredd and a light blue kind of turquoise Batman as well, which is also a PX exclusive. a regular black one for Batman, and a regular black Judge Dredd, and a Mezco Direct dark blue Judge Dredd, as well as a Mezco Direct dark blue Batman, and you can get a black and white version of the figure. So 4 of each figure, and they follow the same like kind of pattern, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd give the PX one a solid 9 out of 10. I'd give this one, the regular black one, 8 out of 10. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Hi guys, just as a quick side note, I was looking back at my footage and I forgot to mention one thing that really irritated me about these figures, and that is that they have no alternate heads. I would have loved to get a swappable head for this guy in particular, like with gritting teeth, as I think he'd look awesome riding his Lawmaster, holding the Lawgiver with a set of gritted teeth. Whereas this one I think looks alright like that. This guy could have definitely benefited from that alternate head, similar to this guy. But oh well, still a really badass figure. And yeah, that's it guys, I promise. Thanks for watching, take care.